Hey, everyone out in Maryland's beautiful 8th Congressional District. It is your Congressman Jamie Raskin here for my favorite time in the week, as you know, Local Hero, where we get to salute the people who are making Montgomery County and Frederick and Carroll such extraordinary places to live. And this Local Hero episode is exciting because it's we're nearing the end of Parks and Recreation Month. And we are honoring as our local hero, the director of the Montgomery County Department of Parks, Mike Riley, who has been in the job since July of 2014 and oversees our beautiful 420 parks and 37,000 acres of parkland in MoCo. So Mike, first of all, congratulations on being our local hero, and we can't wait to talk to you about everything that you do.
Jamie, thank you. I'm flattered and honored to be the local hero, and I'm excited to talk to you about our great parks.
You have overseen some really giant projects, the implementation of some very big projects, including the Soccerplex, the Shirley Povich Field, and the new Lee Platinum Park and Planning Headquarters in Wheaton. And so these are some of the big visible projects, but you also are famous for promoting, as part of the parks, a lot of social activity, community building, active lifestyles for every person who lives here, stewardship of an environment, and the mixture of economic development with recreation and outdoors and so on. So tell us how you conceive of your job. What is the job? A lot of people think this is probably the greatest job in the world, to be like the Secretary of Fun in Montgomery County. So how do you do it?
Well, I do honestly believe I have the absolute best, most rewarding job in local government in Montgomery County. I'm a big park user, as is my family, and I get to go out.
You have two kids, and you guys live in Kensington, you and your wife.
Two college-age kids, and we're runners and bikers, and my kids grew up on our playgrounds. So I get my reward from going out and seeing people, enjoying our parks, and particularly during the pandemic, we have had more and more people out there because they needed those outdoor spaces for their physical and mental health. And the love we have been feeling about the value of our parks to our community has never been greater.
Yeah. You also have been engaged in putting on a lot of events and programs and things that, at least when I was growing up, nobody would have really thought that was part of a recreation department, a parks department, but you do dance lessons and salsa night and happy hours and all. And so tell us about that, and how controversial is that in your field that you've engaged in this kind of thing?
It amazingly has not been controversial. It's been very popular. For about the last 5 years, we built a small but mighty team that focuses on creative events in our park. An example I'll cite is Acoustics and Ales, where we'll bring in a local band, we'll bring in food trucks, local craft beer vendors, and just encourage people to come to our parks, because we want our parks full of people, and we want people in our community meeting each other and interacting and engaging and getting to know each other over common interests. And it's been really, really successful. When you say controversial, people thought it would be controversial to allow beer vendors to serve beer at these events, but people behave. We have not had any incidents whatsoever. Some of the other examples we've done are Yappy Hour, where the dogs bring their humans to the park to play for a while. We've done comedy nights, are new this year, skate nights, where we bring in pro skaters to our skate park. So it's a really creative team, and the visitation numbers are great. Some of these events we're seeing 300 or 400 people. And since we just started in April for this summer's program, we've got over 3,000 attendees. So
what's implicit in that is that you want people to think of the parks as being for grown-ups, not just for, grown-ups bringing kids and little kids. On the other hand, because of climate change, young people and children's relationship to the outdoors has changed. I mean, when I was growing up, the summer was the time when everybody wanted to be outside. And now some days can be so hot that kids don't want to go outside because it's uncomfortable. So what are you doing about that to continue to draw kids outdoors and to make them, a suitable environment for play?
I agree with you completely. It's challenging now to get a lot of young people interested in being in the outdoors, but environmental conservation is a huge part of our mission. About 3/4 of our 37,000 acres is held in conservation for forests or wetlands or stream valleys. But within those areas, we have natural surface trails, almost 200 miles of trails. Great for hiking, great for biking, exercise, just being out in nature for your own mental health. And as an example of one thing we just did, we're really proud of, we had an inaugural trail ambassador program that was geared to removing barriers for teenagers of color in particular to get out on bike on our trails. And it was a 2-week program where we had the kids learn how to build and maintain natural surface trails. And then at the graduation ceremony, we rewarded them with their own mountain bike and asked them to become ambassadors to tell their friends and other kids the opportunities that are out there in our parks and trails.
You know, there are people who are creatures of habit like me, and I always do the same trails over and over again. I love Northwest Branch. I love Sligo Creek. I love Rock Creek Park. But if I wanted to try to expand my horizons here in my deep middle age, what's the best way to get a mental map of all the different trails that we have in Montgomery County and how to?
We actually did a program during the pandemic called The Trail Less Traveled, where on our website we published destinations that are not the most popular. We did that for a couple reasons, because we want people to experience these new venues, but also we just wanted to reduce overcrowding on our most popular trails like Sligo and Capitol Crescent. But where I have 2 destinations I'd love you to visit. One is called 10 Mile Creek. It's a trail that goes around the perimeter of Little Seneca Lake and Black Hill Regional Park in Boyd's. It's got a lot of topography. It's beautiful. You get lake views, which is hard to get in Montgomery County and in Maryland. And then the other one would be our 37,000 acre Little Bennett Park. It's our biggest park up in Clarksburg, has a very vast network of natural surface trails. And we have great trail maps on our website that show the different hikes that are available.
All right, that is a challenge, and I will take you up on that, and we'll let you know when I'm going. I wanted to ask you one more thing, Mike. You know, I'm able to try to petition my colleagues to give us funding for important projects within my district, and everybody's able to do that. And we actually got $500,000, as you know, for pedestrian bridge replacements and ADA improvements in the Long Branch Stream Valley Park in the most recent appropriations package. Will you just say a word about like how that federal money translates down into improving our quality of life?
Yeah, absolutely. And I need to start with a big thank you to you. That's $500,000. And we actually, it's part of a broader initiative we call the Long Branch Initiative. We have 8 parks in Long Branch that we're looking at very holistically to improve for that community. And this trail work and bridge work is a component of it. We're in a community engagement process on the broader initiative and are out there asking people in the community what they would like to see to make their parks more active, whether it's exercise equipment or dog parks or improved soccer fields. We're getting a lot of great feedback. So I need to thank you for securing that funding, which will help us improve our very popular trail network.
All right, well, that comes from the people of the United States, and obviously the people of Maryland make a big contribution there, but we know it's in good hands and that it's going to go to improve the quality of life for thousands and thousands of people. So that makes me happy. Mike, you are our local hero because of what you do to really make life here so much more fun and engaging and healthy for our people. So thank you for what you do every day. We salute you at the end of Park and Recreation Month, and thanks for being such a great public citizen.
I can't thank you enough. I'm flattered and honored, and I just have to give kudos to the great team that I work with who does such good work.
Yes, we'll send them all our best and stay in close touch.
Thank you so much.